Hello, everyone, and welcome to Edessa, the Dark Crusades, Season 2, where the night begins, well, as usual, rather late for the littlest Lassombra in town. Um, Irene is a rather long sleeper, let's say it like that. So around the time that she wakes up, usually her sire is busy with her own things, with her studies or just her socializing. So Irene will get dressed. We'll see if, you know, Lady Celine needs her, but she can't find her. She will think on actually the meeting that had been held like a couple of days ago, and the short meeting she had with the Sedites afterwards, and decides it is time to have a chat with a new potential friend, maybe. So she will dress up, not making sure she doesn't look like she doesn't pay too much attention to her exterior, because she knows that makes someone a bit uncomfortable. So she just puts on a simple dress, doesn't do too much with her hair or puts on any jewelry. Just yeah, and we'll head out, notifying, of course, the staff or whoever is in the house that she's gone off to the that she's gone off to the bazaar. Yeah, I know it's too late, and that he knows that she's pretty, but she's trying to down tune it instead of up. And she makes her way to the bazaar, sticking a little more to the shadows than usual. Just she's on her own. It's easy to take advantage of a lady on her own, especially at night, and she does not look to get into trouble. Coming to at the bazaar, she is going to try to find a knife merchant. Probably finds a couple of them, especially during this hour, and will inquire as to their name, if necessary, or if being dodgy, she will kind of tell them to give them or to give her their name, which she can do, and she's pretty convincing when she does. And yeah, when she finally finds Hasim, she will hand him the coin and says, "Well, I was told to give you this, and you would know what to do." And yeah, she'll wait.
Yep. He takes the coin from you, looks at it, kind of rubs his hands over the indentations where the rat bit it, then just hands it back to you and disappears into his stall, and is instantly replaced by another man who starts immediately yelling about, come buy his knives, etc., etc., etc. It's probably a good hour, just because, no phones. So he's actually got to walk his butt to where he's supposed to go and find,
Poor guy.
And about an hour later, Irene, who's, I'm assuming, kind of hanging around the stall.
Oh yeah, probably making some inquiries after knives. Like she's genuinely interested in maybe purchasing one, like one that is preferably a little ladylike, like small, sharp thing that you could pull out of like a boot or something.
Yeah. And
So
she'll be kind of looking over the knives, some of the boot knives, and she'll see a large brown rat that kind of scrambles up the side of the little stall there that that has the knives in front of it on kind of a table, And she'll notice that the salesman kind of looks over at the knife, looks back in the tent, and then will just turn and walk away, literally probably mid-sentence, and walk into the tent. And as he does so, the table itself will kind of billow a little bit, and she'll see a familiar ragged figure just kind of slide slightly out from one side from under the table, and just kind of stand there looking at her.
She'll smile and makes like a very short curtsy. Sir, it is good to see you again.
He'll not. He smiles, and his mouth is like probably large enough to where he could probably swallow Irene's head. And so literally the smile goes up and up and up and up and up. And then he just kind of nods.
Cheshire Cat's grin.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Then he kind of turns and he looks into the tent and kind of perks his head. And he'll walk into the tent.
Yeah, she will follow.
Okay. When you walk into the tent, you'll notice that that the gentleman named Hassim and the other guy are kind of standing beside the back wall of the tent. One is holding a little side flap open, and you can tell that the other one's standing outside the tent. And Grin literally just walks straight through the tent and walks right out the backside.
She'll nod to both gentlemen and wish them a pleasant evening, and will follow.
Okay. As you start to walk out the back, you notice that the gentleman that's standing at the back flap, he has kind of like looks maybe like a blanket or something. He just kind of flaps it over you and then hands you a stick that looks almost like a walking stick.
She is definitely startled at that for a moment. Like, this is not something that she is accustomed to. So it takes her a couple of seconds to realize what is happening, and then she'll nod again. She'll hand him like a silver coin for it, and will hunch a little, bow her head, and will lean on the stick.
Okay. As you walk out, you feel like large, well, not real large, but arms kind of wrap around you, almost like holding you up. And you can see that it's Grin, and he's kind of, all right, Mother, come on, we've got to get you home. And he'll kind of lead you down a side street and into an alleyway. You can tell that his head's kind of moving back and forth quickly, and you see like an old mangy-looking dog that's kind of sitting at the entrance to the alleyway. And when Grin comes, it lays down.
Whoa, sorry, I do not know what's happening here. Honestly, I do not know what's happening here.
When Grin comes, the dog lays down, and Grin just kind of nods and walks into the alley. Mm-hmm. And once you get into the alley, he'll kind of take the blanket off and kind of just lean it against the wall on the stick. Let's see. Just kind of nod. All right, we weren't followed, and the alley is empty.
Do you expect people to watch us then, Sir Grin?
He kind of looks at her. There's always something watching.
That is fair. But she actually looks around herself to like check.
And she'll notice that there's probably at least 2 or 3 rats. And she'll also notice, I just thought about that there's 2 bats that are actually kind of hovering above them at this point.
As she sees them, she does raise her eyebrows at that and frowns for a moment. By now she does understand that Grin has like a connection to animals, so she'll look at him, look back up. So Grin, if I may inquire, are they yours?
They are our friends. They keep an eye on the top. As what we hunt apparently flies, I thought it prudent to have friends that fly as well.
Yeah, that was why I was worried for a moment.
And he looks up at the bats. What we hunt is much larger than that.
Yes, but given the fact that they have a way with animal shapes, I figured that having a way with animals would be something that would be in their repertoire.
You see him, he kind of turns his head kind of back and forth, kind of weighing that. It's possible. So what did you think of Ulrich?
I have had the pleasure of meeting Lord Ulrich before, so I was not surprised because of him. However, I was surprised of some behavior of the others.
There were some definite interesting moments.
Mm.
I've been
Yes.
told I'm quite a bit forward and lacking in certain areas. However, even I need to keep my fucking mouth shut. He just kind of shakes his head.
Or knows not to eavesdrop on guests, as I've heard, or even the host
In,
himself.
in someone else's territory. Hmm.
I had a meeting with the Setite who apparently claims the Salubri was eavesdropping on the little conversation I had with Ulrich in private.
Very sloppy. Hmm. And he kind of leans back against the wall. It's almost, you could tell it's something he probably rehearsed because it's not quite right. Like he's trying to seem relaxed, but at the same time he's ready to climb that wall as fast as he can.
She'll make sure that she's standing like a few steps away at least. She
Yeah.
understands his, or she thinks she understands his need for space.
And he'll kind of again lean back, and you'll see, he kind of scratches behind an ear at one point, and he's kind of, you see that person that's kind of got that uncomfortable sunburn that, like, they keep rolling their shoulders trying to get their clothes to itch it.
Mm-hmm.
What he's doing right now, occasionally,
Mm.
there's something definitely uncomfortable about him right now. But and it's not something you've noticed before.
Okay.
But it's easily noticed. There's no roll needed. He's doing it. He can't even help it.
She'll note it down, but she won't comment on it because first of all, that's not really polite, and second of all, yeah, sometimes it's best that people don't know that you see certain things.
Yeah. And so he'll kind of squat down and kind of put his hands on his knees and kind of be like, so have you spoken to your mother?
Yes, I have spoken with my sire. Lady Celine would really prefer to have a meeting with you, but agrees for now to not to keep me as an in-between. She she agrees with your deal, though she would like to note that the quality of the info will determine the type of key.
And, you could kind of see the in the shadows the kind of the muscles on his face twitch into a smile again. Fair enough.
Hmm.
Something for something.
Yes.
It's a good arrangement. So,
Yes.
you mentioned in the meeting wanting to go to the places that these things have happened.
Well, the difficulty, which I'm thinking, is that a large group would be noticed, and certain people of our group would definitely be noticed. I also, maybe some of the evidence has already been lost, but yes, as far as I do not have any information right now, I would like to see and try if we could gather some of that.
Something for something.
Yes.
He kind of turns his head, and she can see he's definitely giving her a little bit of side eye. He knows something. That's easy to know.
She'll, at that point, raise one of her eyebrows.
Which of the sites do you want to know about first?
First, Sagrin.
He kind of opens his hands, kind of like, of course. What did you expect?
Yeah, no, I mean, she is feigning surprise, but he can he can clearly tell that that is more for the form than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Sagrin, are you telling me that you have been able to investigate all of them yet?
He shrugs.
That is indeed. You are right. You do have eyes and ears all over the city. Impressive. As much as I would love to hear about all the different sites, hmm, I am mostly interested in any distinct differences or distinctive. Mm, I forgot the English word for this. God damn it. The opposite of differences. I blurb.
How about the knowledge that it's not one entity that we hunt,
Really?
but two?
Two.
Two distinct groups that fight each other.
I see. And I take it one of them is located in the South Slums?
Possibly both.
Oh, I see.
One is the creature that Ulrich can't stand to hear a word of. She was
Girl.
last seen in the North Tower. I believe you're familiar with that incident.
I've heard of it, yes.
Mm. During that incident, she fought. I believe you're familiar with the incident that happened in an alleyway in the slums.
Yes.
That was a creature that belongs to a different faction. In the North Tower, they fought. The outcome of that fight is unknown. However, we do know that the creature, at least, still exists. The woman, this, he kind of looks to the side, creature. I will not say its name, but I would be surprised if it does not exist still.
If it's the one that Lord Ulrich is hunting, then I would be highly surprised if that's would have put her down.
Mm, quite formidable from everything that I've seen.
From what I've heard as well.
Mm. A mouth like mine, if not worse. Able to see through to a level much greater than that idiot agent. And possibly could change her visage, like those of the Zemis.
That is familiar with some of the information I have.
Mm.
And she kind of narrows her eyes slightly, more in thought than in disapproval or anything.
Mm.
Do you perhaps know more of her appearance?
Current appearance.
Mm.
Brown hair, brown eyes. Again, a mouth like mine.
Mhm.
Face like a porcelain doll. Skin unblemished. And he'll describe the garb that she was wearing then too.
Mhm. As he said, what he says about the skin, he can see, probably hear, Irene kind of take a sharp breath, and then nod.
Mhm.
Right.
This was the last that she was seen and confirmed to be wearing. If she truly has the powers of the blood that the Zemis have, then who knows?
Question that would occur to me. If she does have that power, why not hide the mouth? But that might just be something on the side.
He'll he'll smile and then he'll kind of open his mouth a little bit and you'll see that there's like probably 8 different rows of teeth. And then he'll kind of growl a little bit at her.
She will. Mm, now it is her that is kind of bracing herself to keep standing where she's standing.
And when he kind of notices that, he'll lean back and then just point. You have your answer.
Hmm. Yes, I can see the value of it, but it is a very distinctive characteristic.
One that, if she has the powers of the Zemis, which is easily lost,
Mm,
she came to that tower to fight. So,
this
and
is true.
he goes, so, and he kind of shows, kind of does his fingers in that, showing where his mouth goes. If she had come to hide, perhaps different.
This is fair. Mm. Do you happen to know if Lord Ulrich possesses this information yet?
I don't know what Ulrich knows and doesn't know. I have not given it to him. And there are few that have it. I can think of 3, 4 now.
Mm. I think it is valuable information indeed.
Mm.
However, as we've had recent proof with our Lord Spy, of Clanbrugge. It might not be something that would need to be discussed publicly, especially not amongst those of us who are, well, still young.
Hmm.
As if I feel if half of the stories I've heard about her are correct, it is not something we can solve.
Not yet. There may still be things that can be done, however.
This is true.
But
Be very careful of her, though. If I am correct, and if the rumors I've heard are correct, then she doesn't just feed on human blood.
he nods as if this is something that he knew.
Mm-hmm.
That was something else.
Yes.
Looking at her with the blessing of sight, I'm told that her aura was as black as sackcloth.
I know little of auras.
And I know even less. However, I was told that this means that she is consumed.
Yes. I I've seen an image with black veins all over the body of a girl that is still otherwise perfect. I guess we are talking about the same girl.
He shrugs. It's definitely possible. As I have no knowledge of the girl that you've seen, I cannot say for sure.
And neither can I, because it was not a clear vision that I had. Right, but you're saying that if I am correct, she leads a faction that is fighting with the beast thing. Does he also have a faction? Or are they just the two of them a faction in themselves?
She constantly uses the term we.
I see.
Whether she leads this we, I cannot say. But considering her age and her power, it's a definite possibility.
Yes.
Now, as to the beast, everything that I've been able to gain upon it is that it is solo currently.
All right.
It was last seen not too far from here, hiding. My family has started an investigation, determine its nature and purpose.
Yes. Well, as you probably know, we have been tasked to investigate as well,
Mm.
with myself and the newly arrived Setites taking the lead.
He nods. As per our agreement, I will assist you in all.
Thank you. I feel we will definitely need that assistance.
And he kind of leans, he's still squatting down, but he kind of leans forward again. And it's almost like he's just trying to make a point. He's like, our agreement. Assist you in all. I have no agreement with the others.
I understand.
If you wish to share what I share with you, that's your business.
Yes.
However, as I am a watcher, I have noticed things. And I believe I have a way, the first way, that I can gain you some favor in the halls on the hill. Other than this,
The halls on the hill.
where the pretty people are.
Mm-hmm.
Many do not like to speak in places, but they also do not want to speak where the pretty people are.
Yes, I think I understand.
If someone wanted to create a place where they could feel like they could speak that was not where the pretty people are, but still safe, do you not think that would gain you prestige amongst those people?
Well, I take it you think so.
I have no need for prestige,
No. But you have need for
but I
something.
do need to talk to pretty people without being in the pretty people places.
So, you're asking for me to be your spokesperson? Or you ask for a place where you can speak?
Neither. I seek to help you find a place where this can happen. If those of my family come forward, we are low. They may not think that in a place that they can feel, or they may just simply write it off. However, if one of the high brings it forward, it's a different story.
I see. And what will be in it for you?
A place to talk to the high and not have to worry about if my pinky is sticking out.
I see. It does sound interesting. It does indeed.
Speak to your sire if it is something you are interested in. By that time, hopefully, I will have found a place. Something secure, something out of the way, someplace that the kind will not go, and hopefully those that are not one of the clans will not go.
I will definitely speak with her.
So what is your next step regarding the investigation?
Well, our first step was information, and you've provided much of that.
Hmm.
If they are two factions, it would be wise to. It would be helpful if we could find a way to predict their moves or predict at least where they would go to next. Our target at this point is not her. It is, well, we'll call it the beast for now because that seems to be the best way to describe it.
Hmm. As of right now, the southern slums, if anything moves there, I should hear about it.
Mhm.
As of now, I do
There,
not have a target to give you, though.
I understand. In the meeting, it was suggested that what's happening is that it might go to the nobles' quarters and the palace, since those places haven't been struck yet. The incidents that have happened, were these both factions, or was it just him or it?
I know the one in the North Tower was both.
Mm-hmm.
The one in the alley was most likely him or it. However, if, like before, or it was fighting there, it almost seems like these are separate battlefields, and it can somehow sense where she will be, or those with her. It's a definite possibility.
Hmm. So,
And then there's the third portion of this, the creature that turns into birds.
yes.
Which side is it on? It has yet to make an appearance other than outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
So one faction or the other is definitely more than one. Now we have word that confirmation that she has at least spoken of more than one. The other cannot speak as such. And he kind of leads that at the end.
Yes. Also, I presume, but this is a hunch, that the winged creature is hers. But it's a presumption that I cannot stay with facts. The picture that I saw of her, she carried wings, but not those of a bird or a bat, but strangely enough of a butterfly. I do not know how to interpret that picture. I figured you were gone. We will wait and then we will repeat.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
It
I'm not
happens.
sure what happened, but it did.
You're back.
Yep. Okay.
Um, where did you lost me?
I heard on the other hand, and then
Okay. On the other hand, I feel, but it's merely a thought that I have that I cannot state with facts. That the wings appearance and the woman that they are in league, but I only say this because in this picture that I saw of her, she was wearing wings, but not those of a bird or a bat, but those of a butterfly. So the only connection there would be the wings.
you said a picture. Was it a drawing?
No, it it was um, a dream.
Ah, dangerous things.
Yes.
I know nothing of dreams. So do you think this is pertinent?
I do not know. I have had I've had dreams in the past that shown truth in one form or another, but as you said, they are strange and interpretable in many ways. I do not wish to put value into them until there are facts that could, well, confirm them. But it is something that I keep in the back of my mind as something that might potentially be part of the solution. An answer to a riddle shaped in a riddle.
We don't have enough information yet.
No.
But I am still working.
I will. I
Be
need to head.
careful.
Yes. I lost you again? Yes, I lost you again. Technical difficulties. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I lost you at be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the last thing he said.
Hmm.
We need to gather others. The ones tasked for this. And we need to put eyes out. I have all the eyes that I can have, and they're all out.
I will. I need to get into contact with the people that I know in the city.
Hmm.
The good thing is that they are in a place where nothing has happened yet, so should something happen, I can hear it quickly. We might be able to mm, send in people before it's too late. I have also sent out words to the Zumichi, see if they can help in a way. One of my, well, closer acquaintances is part of that tribe. Clan. Blah, clan. Too much werewolf.
Before you slip a shrine.
But even though we have now more than I could have hoped for so soon, you are right. We are still lacking information to set up a proper chase or trap. I do feel, and this is also me merely speculating on things, if this creature is indeed capable of tracking her in a way, then that might be very useful and very valuable. But it depends, of course, on what we can find on him and whether we can find him and if it's capable of making a deal or if it's beyond any kind of hope.
He's kind of, when you start talking about, whether it's cognizant or if he can make a deal or where it might be, you notice he's kind of finding, the flagstones, in this alley are particularly interesting. Hey, look at that. Look, there's an ant down there. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Let me look
She looks
everywhere but at her.
she looks at him. It's like, is there something more? Or do you have an opinion about this?
It's too soon for opinions.
But you're thinking of something.
I am. Something probably unwise.
Those are not thoughts you wish to share yet.
It's nothing definite. I may know a way to find this thing. Now, what will happen when I find it? He kind of shrugs. That may be where it becomes unwise.
I agree. You said be careful to me, and I will take that warning well, I will take that warning seriously. However, I expect you to do the same. Be careful. I have the feeling that I don't need to tell you, but if you need help in a way, then let me know and tell me what you need. I might be able to assist. If it's not by my own appearance, because I have the feeling I am not really equipped to deal with, well, where your strength lies. But I might be able to find someone who is.
He nods. He kind of raises, see, he'll raise a hand, he'll raise a finger. And then he'll raise a second finger. Something for something. And he winks at you.
I am pretty sure that this information is valuable.
We'll see what your sire says. We'll call it a work in progress.
I feel that is always the case with our particular kind.
If you're need to meet Talassine.
I will. Thank you so far for your effort and for your information.
He nods, and you see him, and there's like a storm drain kind of right beside his foot, and he literally just kind of crawls down in it.
She'll watch him go. Make sure that she curtsies even like before he disappears entirely, and will then make her way out of the alley.
Okay, you see that the dog is there, and it's still laying where it was, and when it sees you come out, it kind of sits up. It kind of like lowers its head, almost like that dog that's waiting to be petted.
She will, if he like, she will approach him carefully, because yeah, with animals and their natural distaste for certain individuals.
Yeah,
So
you'll see it kind of almost shrink from your touch, but it's kind of looking down the alleyway, like to see if Dad's watching. And then it'll let you get probably within, I would say, probably about 6 inches of its head, and then it'll kind of, jump down the alleyway and kind of look it over its shoulder, like, I was never going to let you pet me. What are you doing? You're a vampire.
She kind of expected that much, so she won't. She'll just smile and will nod to the dog and in general towards the alleyway, because she suspects she's still being watched.
No, you
And
think?
just an idea. I will then mingle in the bazaar and just goes check out a few shops and stuff like that, and then finally make her way back to wherever she came from, home ish probably.
Unless you have anything else, I think we're done.
I think we are done. Thank you for playing, and watchers, thank you for watching. Yeah, see you again on another scene of Edessa.